Good morning, everyone. Once again, we are broadcasting from our home at the WDNA Jazz Gallery. Although we can't share with you live in the gallery just yet, we are certainly trying to bring you the best of FIU to your homes, your studios, and the community. This program features weekly live performances in the WDNA Jazz Gallery, featuring students, faculty, and alumni from Florida International University School of Music. I'm Colin Miller, your host for today's program. Make sure you like our FIU Music Hour Facebook page to stay up to date with our upcoming radio programs. This morning, we are joined by RTZ, a trio featuring Carlos Rodriguez on drums, Juan Tabon on organ, and Sergio Zavala on guitar. Let's hear it, guys, with your first piece, a Gary Campbell tune. Enjoy Beck and Call. All right, for those just tuning in, that was RTZ performing Beck and Call by FIU's own Gary Campbell. Up next is a wonderful Cole Porter tune, one of my favorite songwriters of the Great American Songbook. Please enjoy Everything I Love. You're listening to the FIU Music Hour here on WDNA 88.9 FM. All right, and that was Everything I Love, the classic Cole Porter tune. For those just tuning in, that was RTZ, the amazing trio that we have here on the FIU Music Hour. And up next is actually a song that I have quite a soft spot for, and it's by the great Richard Rodgers. And I remember talking with these gentlemen earlier on before the hour started, talking about how, particularly with Carlos, about the Frank Sinatra version when I first heard this song in the wee small hours. And it truly is a beautifully sad kind of song. So please enjoy It Never Entered My Mind. Take it away, guys. All right, you just heard RTZ's beautiful rendition of Richard Rodgers's Ode to Loneliness, It Never Entered My Mind. You're listening to the FIU Music Hour here on WDNA 88.9 FM. Right now, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to be interviewing Carlos Rodriguez, and after that, a original by Sergio Zavala. So don't go away. The FIU Music Hour will be right back after this. All right, everybody, welcome back to the FIU Music Hour here on WDNA 88.9 FM, where we have RTZ here with us, a wonderful trio. And we have Carlos Rodriguez interviewing with us here. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Hello, Colin. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you guys for playing here today. Before I go on, I actually just want to, for those of you who listened before the break, they covered It Never Entered My Mind by Richard Rodgers. And I just wanted to say that was an amazing composition you guys did there. Like between your creative percussive elements and Sergio's great playing, and of course Juan providing the melancholy elements of the organ to it. Like, really masterful job. I can't wait to hear the rest of the hour. So my first question for you, RTZ, what is where does that name come from? What is it?
So RTZ is basically our last names. It's nothing crazy. It's Rodriguez, Tobon, and Zavala.
All right.
Yeah, because Rodolfo was like, "What's the name of your trio?" And I was like, "Our last names." You know, that's all I had in my mind.
Hey.
But yeah, it's our personalities, so it's cool.
It works.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to during these past several months, and how have you stayed active musically? You know, being what they are with the pandemic and all.
Yeah, I've been, of course, practicing every day, trying to listen to a lot of music. I have a lot of time in my house now. I mean, not now because we started again. But I've been trying to play with Sergio a lot, now with my brother. And the trio's been playing we've played like 4 times already without counting this rehearsal. So Me and Sergio have played a lot, so we know each other musically. And I haven't played with my brother that much. So once we started to get into the rehearsals, we started to get to know each other a lot more. So musically, we're being more connected. And these guys are amazing, man, because when they play as organic as you can play.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not throwing in just licks or whatever. They're throwing in what they feel, basically. So that's what I love about these guys.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, you can definitely tell that you guys gel very well musically.
Mm-hmm.
And would you say, although a lot of live music venues have been, far and in between when it comes to as of lately, would you say there's been any benefits to, this all this time, other than rehearsing? Have you been maybe other projects you've gotten to the chance to work on, or?
Yeah, I think definitely has a lot of benefits. At least for me, because I had the time to listen to the music, just like be patient and listen to the music instead of just rushing through stuff, trying to get stuff done. Because sometimes school can do that to you,
Mm-hmm.
just make you like rush through stuff, and you don't really appreciate each sound, each percussive stuff. So I think there's a lot of benefits. And for now, I just have this trio that I've been working on, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And along with what's everything that's gone on with the pandemic, like one big thing that's changed is how everybody is learning and
Mm-hmm.
just education in general. With everything being virtual, how would you say your musical education has changed? I mean, sure there are, like what would you say has been made better, and what would you say just has been different?
Okay, so as I said before, the part that's better is that we have time. We have
Mm.
time to internalize stuff, to just really appreciate stuff. But on the other side, for example, if I'm trying to play something that my teacher can hear or an ensemble, it's kind of hard because I mean, through a camera, there's so much you can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're there physically, it's just like you can like hear every part that you're playing, the feel, your touch. So I think that's the different part, which can have like some negative things, but it's not that bad because if you can be able to listen to music, listen to yourself, I think that's pretty good. So I think there's more benefits than downsides, in my opinion.
And so, what would you say is on the horizon for you in the trio? Like, what do you hope to accomplish in the future?
Okay, so I think what we're doing right now is the perfect thing to keep doing for the future. Just, I mean, learning tunes. We're gonna play a Sergio tune right now, and being, like I said, as organic as you can be.
Mm-hmm.
I want us to just show the personality when we play. I don't want to be like, oh, there's another trio, just like the same thing. So yeah, just keep growing as a trio, like a family, getting to know each other more, play in different live venues, and that's it. Because these guys are amazing musicians. They're gonna keep growing. They're gonna become the best musicians in the world. At one point, we're gonna all become that. But just playing as real as we can be.
Well, when you see, when you were talking about personality and, showing who you are when you play, I mean, I'd say definitely you already have a great start with that, because this isn't the first time I've seen any of you play, and, I see that every single time. I mean, you all sort of have almost like a telepathic ability to read each other, and I could just tell from this hour, you guys really, put all of yourselves into what you do, and that's why I think it's so great, especially with programs like this, that you guys bring, it's essentially a wonderful service to the community of bringing live music, at least in some capacity, back. So without any further ado, let's hear Burden of Proof, Sergio Zavala's great original. Take it away, guys. You're listening to the FIU Music Hour. right, and that was the Sergio Zavala original, Burden of Proof. Up next is a tune by the great Thelonious Monk. Please enjoy Ugly Beauty. You're listening to the FIU Music Hour here on WDNA 88.9 FM. You've been listening to the FIU Music Hour here on WDNA 88.9 and RTZ. Although we are still social distancing, you can always hear us on the FIU Music Hour. We love to share our talents and faculty with musicians in our community. So make sure to call 305-348-2896 if you'd like more information on all of our music programs. That's 305-348-2896. And do not forget to like our FIU Music Hour page on Facebook to stay up to date with all of our upcoming music performances. Next week on the FIU Music Hour, we'll be joined by our very own Aaron LeBose, Jamie Ousley, and Rodolfo Zuniga. I am your host, Colin Miller, and along with our producers, Karen Fuller-Veloz and Rodolfo Zuniga, we'd like to remind you to tune in next Tuesday at 11 on the radio or live streaming. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. And gentlemen, the airwaves are all yours.